Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Happy New Year everyone! It's a new year and we're all excited about getting started with making New Year's resolutions as far as trying to make our lives better. Now, here's an example of some of the resolutions that many of us go with. So, we all want to lose weight. We all want to drink more water, quit smoking, get to bed earlier, etc., etc. The only challenge is that many of us don't think about our tech resolutions, and those are very important when it comes to dealing with our digital lives. There are a lot of things that many of us need to do in order to ensure that the technology in our life is going to work better and more efficiently for us so that we don't have problems with our technology in a new year. So I've got a list of stuff that I'm going to go through to kind of help you get the most out of your technology in 2020. And let's start with our number one item. And that's get serious about cybersecurity. That is the understatement of the year because many folks, a lot of you out there, don't take cybersecurity seriously, and you should. There are a lot of things that you can do to make sure that you're staying on top of the cybersecurity out there. And number one is you want to make sure that you haven't become a victim of cybercrime. How do you do that? Pretty simple. It's a website called Have I Been Pwned? You notice I didn't say pwned, it's pwned.com. And what you can do from Have I Been Pwned is to type in your email address for your email address to this website to see if it has been part of a large-scale data breach. If it has, it means that you need to change your password immediately because it is floating around on the dark web. And what happens when that information of yours, such as email addresses and passwords, float around on the dark web, you become a victim of what's called credential stuffing, where cyber criminals take your existing password information and email addresses and use that to log into different accounts, different online accounts, such as Disney Plus, such as your bank account, such as your social media. And once they have access to that information, there's all sorts of bad things that they can do. So check out Have I Been Pwned and make sure that your email address has not been compromised. If it has, what you want to do is to make sure that you change the password to any online account that you used with that email address. The next site that you can go to is fightingidentitycrimes.com, which is powered by Easy Shield. Now, I'm not a big fan of Easy Shield, but Fighting Identity Crimes is a great website that you can go to make sure that the companies that you deal with haven't been hacked from cyber criminals. That website has a list of data breaches dating back to 2012. And the challenge with data breaches is that not all show up in the news. So if you go to Fighting Identity Crimes, you can take a look at all of the data breaches that occurred. The website's so extensive, it will show you when the breach occurred, what information was compromised, and what steps you need to take to make sure that you're safe. So check out Fighting Identity Crimes because it's a good way to make sure that you're on top of your cybersecurity. So my next tip is number 2, be kind to your data. What the heck does that mean? Well, it's pretty darn simple. Pretty darn simple. It means back up your stuff. For the love of God, as I always say, back up your information. Doesn't matter if you have a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer, Mac or Windows. You need to back up your information. And you need to do it immediately. So my preference as far as backup is the cloud. Cloud backup is a great way to make sure that all of your information is safe, and cloud backup works automatically. So you can't beat that. And what should you use for automatic backup for cloud services? Well, there's 2 great services for desktop computers. You can use Carbonite, and you can also use, I went the wrong way, You can use Backblaze. Backblaze will allow you to, and Carbonite will allow you to automatically back up your Windows and Macintosh computers for a low monthly fee of about $7 a month, which equals out to about $50 a year. Now, if you've got a smartphone, there's other options you can go with. You can go with iCloud. You can go with Google Backup and Sync as far as backing up your information. And for mobile devices, especially if you're an Android user, you already have Google Backup and Sync installed. And obviously, if you're an Apple user, you've got iCloud backup enabled. So it's just a matter of turning that service on and making sure that you're using those services. Now, one of the other things that you can use for backup, especially as far as photos, is you can use the Google Backup and Sync feature for your smartphone. Doesn't matter if you have an Android or an iPhone, you can definitely use Google Backup and Sync in order to back up your photos because you get unlimited backup. And one of the things, other programs that gives you unlimited backup with your photos is Amazon, which I always forget to mention, but Amazon offers unlimited backup for your photos for your smart devices, so use it. Our next tip, or I should say my next tip, would be to keep your devices and accounts secure. So for your accounts, it's pretty darn simple. Set up strong passwords or use passphrases to make sure that your information is safe. And a passphrase is basically two words put together. So you would use something like stinky and then chicken, and then you've got your passphrase. Maybe add some numbers too. Or maybe you could use words like purple tourniquet, and you can make sure that your accounts are safe and secure. The other thing that you want to do with your online accounts as far as keeping them safe and secure is to use two-factor authentication, which basically means is that if someone logs into one of your online accounts, then you get an authentication on your smartphone saying, hey, someone messaged you or someone tried to log into your accounts. We're going to send you a message letting you know someone logged in. And if it's you, you can give the second authorization to say, hey, I'm allowing this. But if it wasn't you, then you can say, I don't want this. Don't let someone log into my account. And finally, as far as keeping your accounts secure, it's always a good thing to use a password keeper in order to make sure that your online accounts are safe. You can use password keepers such as LastPass to keep your account secure, but you can also use your browsers such as Safari, Chrome, Firefox, and even Opera to save your passwords. Some people don't think that this is secure, but the main thing as far as your online accounts, you want different passwords for all of your online accounts. So it's a good thing to have a password keeper, whether it be LastPass or something that's saving all those different passwords for your online accounts so that you're not using the same password. And as far as your smart devices are concerned and your computers, make sure you're password protecting those devices as well, because if you lose your laptop or your smart device, it could be pretty easy for someone to get access to your stuff if it's not password protected. Our next tip, number 4, is show your devices some love. And what the heck does that mean? Well, it's pretty darn simple. It means that you need to keep them up to date. And that's easier said than done, right? Well, those software updates that come down are for your protection. You want to make sure that you download the latest security definitions for your smartphone and for your computers to make sure that they're protected from all of the threats out there. In this year, as far as showing your devices some love for your computers, if you've got Windows 10, you need upgrades. You need to make sure that you have it if you're using 7. 10 is the supported operating system. Windows 7 is going the way of the dodo, so you want to make sure that you get rid of it. As far as Macintosh users, you want to make sure that you can upgrade to Catalina or at least Mojave or High Sierra, as those are the supported operating systems for your Macintosh computers. Also, showing your devices love means that you've got them protected from viruses. So for Mac users, you've got XProtect built into all your versions of Mac OS, so you don't have to really worry about antivirus protection. Now, Windows users, there's a whole assortment of virus protection software out there, but I'm here to tell you there's only one that you need to use, and that's Windows Defender. That's right. Get rid of that Norton and that Kaspersky and all those other programs that are out there, because Windows Defender is an awesome program and it will keep you protected from all of the threats out there. So if you've got other virus protections like Norton and all that, take them off. You don't need them. Now the next tip, number 5, is to declutter your devices. That basically means to get rid of all that junk that is on your smartphones and on your tablets. And you also want to make sure that if you've got old computers and devices laying around, get rid of that stuff. You don't need it laying around the house. If it's obsolete, it's obsolete. Either give it to somebody or donate it to a worthy cause, or recycle that stuff. For the love of God, get rid of it. And then final tip, my last one, is to set boundaries with your technology use. Life is short, and we definitely don't want to spend our days trying to make sure that we've got all of our social media updated, or that we're only interacting with people online. You want to make sure that you set boundaries with your technology. Technology is designed to be addicting, so set a day of unplugging to make sure that you are taking the time to get away from the technology, and make sure that you're spending more time with your family members. And if you have young kids, make sure that you're limiting their technology use as well, so that you can spend more quality time together, their little brains aren't getting ruined by technology, and that they are going to be happy and healthy brain-wise individuals as far as day-to-day life and being able to interact with people. So that was a mouthful of tips. So again, Happy New Year. If you have any comments or questions about the tip that I'm sharing, please leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you would like me to cover in future videos. And of course, if you've got questions about this video. So as always, be sure to subscribe to my company Integral. There's the logo there. Or you can subscribe to myself, Burton Kelso, the tech expert, on YouTube and all of the social media channels. Both my company Integral and myself are always sharing tech tips and tricks that are designed to keep you informed and make sure that you're getting the most from the technology in your life. So as always, folks, in this new year, take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile and giggle and laugh. And thanks for watching.